it's Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. In today's video, we are going to be writing out my budget for the second paycheck in July. The paycheck date is July 13th. And we are also expecting this week the child tax credit to come in. So if you're not aware, the U.S. government passed a bill at the start of the year for stimulus money, and in that bill they wrapped in a child tax credit change. So every year when we file our taxes, we get a little bit of a tax credit for our children. Our president this year signed into law a bill that both raised the child tax credit for this tax year and also allowed for the child tax credit to be delivered in advanced payments every single month. I believe what happened is they raised the child tax credit to $3,000 per child, whereas before it was $2,000, but only $1,400 of it was refundable. Now they raised it to $3,000 and the entire amount is refundable. So that's a pretty big increase. And they're allowing for half of that total, so the $1,500 per child, to be delivered in equal payments for the next 6 months. So from July till December, for each child that you have, I believe under the age of 6, it's $300, because the tax credit's a little bit higher for younger children. I think it's like $3,600 there. And if they're, you know, like 6 to 17 or whatever, then it's $250 a month. So that's expected to be direct deposited on July 15th if you didn't go in and opt out. My husband and I talked about it. We decided we weren't going to opt out for that. We'll just go ahead and take the advance payments. We don't anticipate any major changes to our taxes this coming year. So between the fact that they raised the credit and the fact that most of our information is going to be remaining the same, we decided to go ahead and take that child tax credit advance. It is an advance. It's not money that's going to have to be paid back. And we are going to be using that money to pay directly towards debt. Whenever we have been getting our tax returns these last couple of years, we've been paying that money directly to debt anyway. We figured we might as well take the advance, pay it towards our debt, and save ourselves a little bit of interest, right? So that is our plan for that money. We are expecting to see that money come in on July 15th. Hopefully it will. I am going to include it in my budget today. So it will be my husband's paycheck, which is paycheck number 2, which I don't disclose how much my husband earns. He doesn't want me to do that, so I'm not going to write in the budgeted amount. Oh my goodness, how long has my camera been out of focus? Sorry friends, hopefully it wasn't out of focus that whole time I was talking. And then we're also going to include the child tax credit. And for us, we are expecting $250. We will get the child tax credit for my youngest son, Austin, who's 13. My oldest son is 18 now, so he's over the age where we would receive a credit for him. So we're just expecting $250 from that to be deposited on July 15th. So I'll go ahead and write that in here. And that whole $250 is going to be going to extra debt payments. So I can go ahead and write that in right now, a little bit out of order from what I typically do, but we are going to be paying that to our Lowe's card. And obviously I will wait until that money hits our account before I make this payment. But that is the plan for that. All right. Now that that spiel is out of the way, we're going to go ahead and start talking about our bills for the week. And I have my little calendar here. The week we are looking at is July 13th through the 19th, and my bills here, you can see there are just a couple. I've got Michigan Gas and DTE. As you can see, I've already checked them off because I've actually already gone in and paid them. I'm filming this on Wednesday morning, so Tuesday already happened. The day that we got paid, I went and did some grocery shopping and did a few things, and I paid my bills for the week already. I had a rough draft budget kind of written. I knew pretty much what was going out. I just haven't had a chance to film this until now. So Michigan Gas and DTE are the bills we're going to write in here. So for Michigan Gas, that is our gas bill. We are budgeting $46 for that. We are part of the budget plan that they have, so we pay the same amount every single month. It's just an average of how much our bill was throughout the course of 12 months. They took that average, and that's what we pay per month. So that is Michigan Gas, and for DTE, we are going to be paying $212. And that is exactly what I paid. I already know that. I could go ahead and write in the actuals, but we'll hold off on that and do that together next week when I do my budget results. I'm going to have some coffee here, which is cold now, so that's not pleasant, but it is what it is. Okay. The other thing I'm going to put here under this bills category is our gas budget for the week. If you're brand new here and you've never seen one of my budget videos before, the way that I use the paycheck bill tracker here from the Budget Mom is I use this bills category for anything that I'm going to be paying using my checking account or my debit card. So any bills that are going to be paid using that payment method, and anything I plan on swiping my card for. I do a lot of my budgeting in cash, which you will see as we go into the cash envelopes category and the sinking funds category. But one of the things I don't do in cash is gas. It's just way too convenient to swipe the card right at the pump and not have to go into the gas station. So that budget stays here under this bills category. And for gas this week, we're going to budget $50. I recently raised my gas budget because gas prices are astronomical right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this up. 416, that's not 416, I don't know where I got that. 46 plus 212 plus 50. For a grand total in this bills category of $308. Moving on to cash envelopes. So for cash envelopes, this is all of the money that I put into my wallet to be spent throughout the week. And my cash envelope categories are as follows. We have food, which encompasses groceries, any eating out, plus any household items that I pick up while I'm grocery shopping. And if you guys watched my budget results video from last week, you will know that I was over budget in food, and I have a ton of household items that I know I need to buy. So I am going to budget a lot this week. Probably more than I need, but I'd rather come in under budget than be over budget. So I'm going to budget $300 for food. I've already done some grocery shopping this week, so yeah, you know, I'm pretty aware of what I'm going to need to get through the week. So $300 is what I am budgeting for. Next up, we have my husband's spending, and the way that we handle our spending money is we do it in cash. My husband and I, when we very first started budgeting, sat down, we had a meeting, and we decided that the best way to handle his spending money was to just give him cash at the start of the week. He can use it throughout the week however he wants, and when it's gone, it's gone. He doesn't come back for more. This just makes it a lot easier for me. I don't have to try to keep track of what he's spending when he's swiping a debit card or whatever. I can just pull the $40 out of our budget. That is what we're budgeting, by the way, $40. Give it to him and not have to worry about it again. Likewise, I also get $40 in cash. The next category we have here is my son, Austin. Austin's 13. He earns an allowance and he can earn up to $20 a week. So we're going to budget for that. And the very last category we have here is miscellaneous, which we're going to budget $20 for. Throughout the summer so far, I've also had a lawn care expense here under envelopes, but I decided that I'm going to keep my lawn care money in my home maintenance sinking fund. It just makes more sense to do it that way. So, yeah, that's it for cash envelopes. So we'll go ahead and add this up. 300 plus 40 plus 40 plus 20 plus 20 is $420 in cash envelopes this week. Moving on to sinking funds. So sinking funds are different than cash envelopes. The money I put into my cash envelopes, I expect to be spent this week. The money for sinking funds is more like long-term savings. So they're expenses that we know are coming up throughout the year. And rather than waiting for those expenses to come up and have to pull that money out of our typical paycheck budget, I set aside a little bit of money throughout the year so that when those come up, we have it already ready. So we have 11 total sinking fund categories. And this week we are adding to 10 of those. And I'm going to be bulking my sinking funds up a lot this week. I have a little bit of extra money that I can do that with, and I definitely want to do that. So for sinking funds, we are going to be adding to our camping sinking fund, our car sinking fund, celebrations, clothing, home, medical, pets. Wow, my handwriting is incredibly sloppy here. School, spending, and subscriptions. So 11 of our 12 categories. The other category that I have is my YouTube category, which I only add to during the week that I get paid from YouTube. So I take a percentage of my YouTube income and I put it away in that sinking fund for when I file taxes. So the amounts that we are going to be adding to these sinking funds are a grand total of $650. So lots of money going into sinking funds this week. And we're going to break it down like this. So camping is going to get 100. Our car fund is going to get 25. Celebrations is going to get 150. Clothing is going to get 100. Home is going to get 100. Our medical is going to get $25. And pets is going to get $25 as well. School is going to get 25, spending is going to get 75, and subscriptions is going to get 25. And that should all add up to 650. So let me just double check myself here and make sure that's the case. 100 plus 25 plus 150 plus 100 plus 100 plus 25 plus 25 plus 25 plus 75 plus 25 is indeed 650. So that's the plan for sinking funds. We already talked about our extra debt payment to Lowe's this week, and the only other thing I have here is my extra savings, which is where I will write in my rollover. So I do a zero-based budget. So I will take the amount of money that we are working with this week, this income total, which I will fill in, of course, off camera, since we don't disclose my husband's income. But I will take that amount, I will subtract everything we're paying out, And anything that we have left will roll over into next week, and that will mean that every single dime that we brought in this week will be accounted for. I'm not going to write in a rollover amount just to keep that total private, but that is how I handle that. So that is it for my budget for the week. Lots of money going into sinking funds, which I'm excited about. We upped that food budget a little bit to hopefully make sure that we don't have to use any red ink when I do my budget results video. Really want to make sure that I am staying on top of my budget and get out of this vicious cycle I've been in for the last few weeks where I'm just overspending constantly. So that's the plan. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I post new budgeting and lifestyle content here on my channel every single week. I'd love to have you come back, and I'll see you next time. Bye!